Right. What is up? Hello, ladies. Hello, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube land, wherever you may be watching. I am so excited for this evening. I'm so excited to be here with my girls, Kathy and Mandy. Welcome. So happy about this. One of the things that we didn't even actually chat about was all three of us have in common is the gym and our story. So I can't wait to dive in, me being the least experienced of all the gym people here tonight. But you guys, we are so excited to come and share a little bit of what's on our heart tonight, and a little bit about some personal transformations that we've all experienced. And we just want to invite you to sit back and ask questions and listen in. You're probably going to be able to relate to something that one of us says, something that we share from our heart, but we're excited. So drop a comment below. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you're catching it on the replay, drop in the comments replay and let us know when you're watching this, because you may not be watching it on Tuesday or Wednesday. It may be down the road. So we're excited tonight. My name is Kelly Hoover. If you have not had an opportunity, we haven't met yet. And I'm here with Mandy and Kathy, and I'm excited that they're on tonight. And we're just going to share a little bit about our story. And so I know for myself, one of the things that I really was on my heart to share tonight was the exhausted mom that I used to be, specifically in the afternoon and in the evening. Like right at this time, we're recording this at 8:35 Eastern Standard Time. And that to me used to be super late, and I was already off. I never would have been sitting on a live video or really engaging with my friends. I was checked out. I was done. I was probably pretty sure with my kids, rushing them off to bed. And, today I was really reflecting about what that 3:30 in the afternoon time frame looks like for me now compared to what it used to look like. And the biggest difference, ladies, and I don't know if you guys had this afternoon crash, but the biggest difference is I drank caffeine in the morning. I had some energy in the morning. I would shoot up. After lunch, I crashed. And some of it was because I didn't sleep good at night. Some of it was just because I was worn out. I'm juggling the mom balls, the working, all the different glass balls, trying not to have them drop. And 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was done. I could pull over in the parking lot and take a nap. I could close my eyes anywhere and fall asleep. If I was picking up, kids or doing anything during those times, I could absolutely take a nap. But the crazy thing is sometimes I would fuel my body with caffeine, an energy drink, a coffee, something along those lines, and it would get me through those next few hours. And then by the time dinner rolled around, 7 o'clock, I was done. I rushed through a lot of the evening sort of rituals with my kids, with my husband, just with my family, because I was so tired. I was so tired. So, that's what's really on my heart, is that it doesn't have to be that way. When I began my Thrive experience, it was really, truly the first thing I noticed. I'll never forget sitting at the sink. Okay, sitting at the sink at around this time at night, 8:30, 8:45 at night, putting dishes in the dishwasher. And I remember my husband looking at me. This was day 3, and saying, what is going on? You don't ever do dishes at night. I always left them for the next day because I was tired and I didn't really care. I was just worn out. And it was sort of a joke around our house in the beginning, but the reality is that I felt motivated. I had energy to do those sort of chore-like tasks that we all have. And even after a long day of work, after being a mom, after working and doing all the things that I was doing during the day, I still had the energy. And so you don't have to be tired. You don't have to be worn out. And that's one of the things that I love from my Thrive experience, and what is really I've taken away from it. So Mandy, I want to toss it over to you, and I want you to share your story a little bit about what you feel different about. And so I'll toss it to you next.
All right. Well, thank you. So, I started in the midst of 2020 and all the craziness. And I was not sleeping well. I was stressed all the time. And I was just feeling ugh, how that feeling you get all the time. And I was just kind of looking for something. And, I found you. I found the Thrive, and I just jumped in. I said, you know what, I'm going to try this out. I need something. I don't want to feel like this. And, you know, stress, 2020, full of stress. So I said, let's do this. So I started out with the 30 days, and I was not a 1 day, 3 day thriver. It took me about 10 days to finally feel that difference. But once I did feel that, I did feel so much better. I was able to sleep a lot better. Like I could now lay my head on the pillow and fall asleep. I am not tossing and turning through the night. And that's what I love. And then with that too, I have energy now, and I am up and I'm moving, and I have that energy to work out, and I love to work out. So energy plus workouts equals what I like to say my side effects of weight loss. Like, when you're not feeling it, you don't want to put that motivation into the gym. And the gym also was like my stress reliever too. So when you put, 1 + 1 together, it just creates so much like wonderful things. And I'm happy for that, because it puts two of my happy things together. And I've seen a lot of like results with that, because you do need that motivation. And when you have that motivation to work out, you have much better results. Like you're happier. I feel just like a better person. And that's just one of the few things that I love: my sleep and my motivation to work out, because then I'm happier too.
I know. I have to shout you out and just say, like, your strength. Like, you guys, she can do an unassisted pull up. Okay, Kathy, I know you can probably do like 5 of those. I don't know, but like Mandy, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I saw your video of you doing this, and I love just the physical changes. It's not about the weight loss, but your definition. Like,
Yeah.
you have some significant definition, and it looks like you have honestly been working out for a really, really long time. And there's a difference. There's a total difference between working out. And I would love to get your thoughts on this, Mandy. There's a difference between going to the gym and working out, where you're just sort of like going through the motions. And then
Right.
there's a whole nother side where you're working out and you're actually making gains, and you're
Yeah.
really working through a plan, and you're going and you're giving it all. And so, like, do you feel like that's where you're at now?
Yeah. I am at my 5 a.m. workouts. I'm able to make those, go through my entire day, and, make it till 10 o'clock at night, and that's okay. But yes, when I'm there, I am able to push myself, grab that extra heavier weight. I'm doing things that I wouldn't normally do, you know, pre 2020. I'm like, all right, let's pick up this heavier weight. Oh, let's try this. I've never done this before. Let's try this deadlift. Or I never thought I'd do any of these sort of things. And I can do that, and I'm not afraid to try it, because I have that energy. I can see it, and I love where I have gone in this past year. So it just, when you see those results, it just makes you want to work a little bit harder. And I like that.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. And I just can't wait to see what the next few months hold. So thanks for sharing your story. And
Yeah.
Kathy, I want to toss it over to you next, because, Kathy, when you and I first met, I'll never forget, we first met at a Starbucks through a mutual friend. Shout out to Kristen, but we met, and I was like, I mean, you're already like so fit, and you have taken, it's clear you have taken good care of yourself through your nutrition, and now being a health coach, and you've taken good care of yourself in the gym for a long time. So I always, I know people like yourself who are in sort of that field, and you do things like this for a living, or you have a lot of experience. A lot of times when people put their stamp of approval from the Thrive experience on it, it really like heightens it. It really does. Like for me personally, Mandy, you probably agree. Like when I see someone who's already very experienced, it's different than like someone like me that I'm just like, I just want to feel better. I don't have a lot of knowledge prior to this about that. So I remember thinking like when you put this product in your body, you were like, well, I need to see it from me. And you've personally been using it and now sharing it with your community. So I love that. And I would love for you just to share a little bit about your story and what the product has done for you personally.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So as Kelly said, we met at a Starbucks through a mutual friend, which I find super humorous now because the first thing that happened with Thrive is I haven't drank coffee. I do occasionally drink coffee for the taste, but it's decaf. I no longer needed coffee. And y'all, I was that person who did not do a workout without a cup of coffee. Like seriously, if I did not have my coffee, I was not going to the gym. I always loved to work out. And I did like to feel good. But the one thing that I noticed, I was a day one thriver. I took those capsules, or actually, I did not follow instructions. I took two capsules, not one. And I was a little jacked. And I was going to CrossFit at the time, and I went to CrossFit. And y'all, my workout was, I did get a little amped because I didn't follow the proper instructions. You should only take one capsule the first day, but I felt the strongest and most vibrant I had felt ever in a workout. It was the craziest thing. No cup of coffee had ever done that for me. And and gym people will joke about coffee being your pre-workout. It, no cup of coffee had ever done for me what like the capsule did. So when I went in there, and we do hard things in CrossFit. There's a lot of toes to bar. There's a lot of pull-ups. There's a lot of stuff going on in there that is hard on your body. Especially, I'm an older female, especially in the CrossFit world where it tends to be a little younger generation. And I never felt anything like that. And I was like, holy smokes, what is this? What is this crazy stuff? And that was day one. I was definitely a day one thriver. I took my capsules, I drank my shake, and put on my patch. And I felt amazing. By day three, the coolest experience I would say by day three was I still hadn't had a cup of coffee and I was feeling amazing. And the same thing that Kelly and Mandy both of you described, just the level of energy because I drank coffee and I did make it to the gym and I was an early morning workout person at the time when I started. I started Thrive in 2017, you guys. I've been doing this product a long time. I can't say enough good about it. But because I would go to the gym early, by 3 in the afternoon, I was like, oh, I was just slumping at work. I was just done because I worked out. I could, put all that energy out there. But then my coffee died off. So guess what I did? Over to the coffee pot at work to get myself another cup of coffee. And by day three, that wasn't happening. And that was something really, that was bizarre for me because I'm telling you, when I say I drank coffee, I drank coffee. And then I stayed on the product, like Mandy was saying earlier, for 30 days. And after 30 days, I just felt great. The good feeling just kept getting better. And I was able to change up some of my DFTs, which are for the rest of the world who doesn't know, these are the
Oh,
sticky patches that we all wear. Oh, we're all wearing. We all have them in similar spots. I did start to change some of those up, as the months went by, I did kind of boost them. The other thing that I would mention from like the health and fitness side is yes, I do health coaching for a career. I help people figure out what gives them more energy, what takes away energy, help them do habit change, walk them through nutrition programs. But the one thing that I will say for me personally is no matter how well you eat, no matter how well you live your life, there's always nutritional gaps. And that's where Thrive is super important for me. It fills those gaps that I might miss in my daily nutrition. Or even just days when you don't eat as well. I always say, oh, it helps me cheat. But not really. Even when you eat well, our food is not the same as it was 30 years ago. Our soil's not the same. The foods that come to us are not of the same quality, no matter how well you buy them at Whole Foods or Earth Fare or wherever you shop for your organics. They're still not as good as what our grandparents and our great grandparents were putting into their bodies. So I really like that Thrive helps me kind of fill those gaps. I do try to eat well. I'm very intentional about that. And I do love to work out. But like Mandy was saying and Kelly was saying, now you have the energy to go work out. And here at 9 o'clock at night, I would have I would have long been gone. There is no way I would have been on here doing a live conversation with you. I was like, nope, no way. I'm tired. I'm already in my PJs. That was a joke. I could get in my PJs faster than anyone because I was tired at the end of the day, even though I worked out and ate well. So I think that's the biggest thing. I love the nutritional gap that it fills for me. It really makes me feel like I've done something good for my body every day. Not only makes me feel that, I know I have. I know without a doubt, when you look at the ingredients on the label, I have put something good in my body in addition to the good food that I ate. So why wouldn't you? I've been doing it for so long. I literally can't even imagine my life without it. It's part of my morning routine. You know, my heat hit the floor, the capsules go in my mouth, my shake gets drank. It's just, there's no muss, no fuss. I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm hooked on Thrive. I genuinely am. It's my addiction. And I'm happy that it is. So I'm happy to answer any questions for anybody if they have any questions about my own personal journey, because I've been on it for a long time, like Kelly.
Yeah, I love it. And that's the thing, it's so funny when you think about, being on the outside and not have ever experiencing this product or not taking it correctly. Sometimes I will hear from people and they're like, oh, I did it. It didn't work for me. Most of the time they didn't take it long enough, or they didn't take it correctly. Right. And so typically speaking, you're going to physically feel a difference within the first, 3 to 14 days. Within the first 2 weeks, most people feel a difference. I would say more than most, it's the first week. And what you can expect to feel is mental clarity. You can expect to feel a good energy, and one that lasts all day long, that you don't have the highs and lows of synthetic caffeine crashes. You can expect to feel like the bloating go away, especially for women around our waistline, like where our jeans button or our shorts. You start to see that inflammation being reduced. I will never forget my very first 30 days. I had lost about 6 pounds in my first 30 days, but I looked like I had lost 15. And I just remember seeing my face, and I just was puffy before. And I didn't know it, because you get used to, people are walking around puffy all the time. People are so inflamed because of the diet and just the environment that we live in. And when you have a product that reduces inflammation with your digestive system by using prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, filling in those nutritional gaps like Kathy was talking about, your inflammation in your body is reduced. You start thinking more clear. You start having a better mood. You start sleeping better, like Mandy mentioned. And, when you do those things, it's easy. It's easy to stay compliant with something because you physically feel a difference. So many people are like, oh, vitamins. I take vitamins. I get them from my local vitamin shop. I order them online and all that. But here's the thing that you need to educate yourself on, regardless of whether you thrive or not. Educate yourself on the quality of the ingredients, the vitamins you're taking, because a lot of nutritional supplements are absorbed about 40%. Okay. So you're going to absorb 40% of what you're taking. So 60% is going down the toilet. If you've ever, taken vitamins and you have seen your urine a really color, like a bright yellow or anything like that, you are excreting a lot of things you're not absorbing. And it's really truly because of the quality of that actual ingredient. And so if you look at premium grade quality ingredients, you actually physically feel a difference. And it's around 1 or 2%. That actually have nutritional supplements are at that grade. And so it's something to get educated on, because a lot of times people are looking to build their immune system. They are looking to be healthier, and you think you're doing the right thing. I know I thought I was doing the right thing, taking vitamins, taking a multivitamin, the chewy multivitamins, I don't know. People do that. And I'm like, oh my God, my dentist is like, I'd rather you not take a vitamin than take a chewy multivitamin. That's what they used to tell me with my kids. Like, do not give them Flintstones. But the thing is like, you think you're taking these things and you're trying really hard. And then you see like, you really don't feel any different. I know I didn't feel any different. So, I love the Thrive experience. We all three have different stories. One thing we all have in common is that we feel a significant difference. We have gotten ourselves like, different levels of working out and in the gym, but it has improved our movement and our physique, and our physical appearance is different, and I love that fact. So in closing, ladies, is there anything that you guys would say to someone who's sort of thinking like, I don't know, this sounds too good to be true, I'm not really sure if this is something I want to do? Like, is there anything that you want to leave someone with to give them and some encouragement, to experience it for themselves?
You really have to just try it. Like, it's something that if you're just wondering, try it, because it's feeling that difference and just feeling not like dragging through the day. That's how you should feel all the time. You shouldn't drag through the day every day. That's not how life should be.
Yeah, I would second what Mandy said. Just try it. It is a really hard thing for me to describe. Sometimes when people say, "What does it do?" and I say, "Oh, I call it like my little happy trio because it keeps my mood elevated." When people are like, "Why do you have so much energy?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, let me tell you why. I have so much energy because blah 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 blah." But I ran into a thriver today, and he said, "You really do just have to try it. You were right." So I second that. Just try it. Just try it. You will see for yourself.
Such great advice. I totally agree. I'm glad that I just thought I was going to try it. I really, truly thought I was trying it for 30 days. I said, what do I have to lose? 30 days. Like, I'm sure it's not going to work because nothing ever works. And that's really what I thought. So that's our encouragement to you. If you're watching this, live, or you're watching the replay later and you're friends with Mandy, you're friends with Kathy, you're friends with me, or someone to share this video with you to hear our stories, connect with that person, connect with us if you are connected with us. And we are here to help you. We're here to encourage you, to hold you accountable. I promise you, all three of us and whoever shares this video with you, we all care about you feeling your absolute best, because you do not have to listen to society and live in a world where you're tired all the time. You have one shot at this life, and you might as well feel your absolute best. What do you have to lose? Experience it for yourself for 30 days, just like we did. And you know what? It may just impact your life. So thanks, ladies, for being on. It was so great to hear your stories. Thanks for sharing tonight. I loved it. And you guys, will see you very, very soon. Take care.